Quick second, fellas. Just gotta make sure everything's working. A-oh good? Which hopefully it is. Be rough if it wasn't. Looks like it is. Would you look at that? How's it going, everyone? Hope you guys are doing alright. I know I am. Apologies there wasn't a stream yesterday. I had a number of technical issues that morning that prevented me from really doing anything. Not a good look if I want to be doing daily streams like I said I wanted to, but you know, we try. But I hope you guys are doing quite well for yourselves. I know I am. Today, we're back with more Satisfactory. I believe we just got coal power going, and we started upscaling the factory a bit. As for what I'd like to do now, that is an amazing, outstanding question. So right now, the goal is to try and automate our more complex products, right? To do that, we need a lot more assemblers about, but to do that, we need power. And power is a consistent issue we are having. So, what I might do then in that case is I might gather some resources, head back out to the grid and set up a few more generators and a few more water extractors. I'm gonna need more rotors for this endeavor, however. So, I'm gonna quickly grab a few reinforced plates from here. Double check what I need to make the rotors. Because we can't really automate this yet, I don't think. I mean, we could. It'll take away from some of our screws. I wonder. These are shipped out a bit quicker. And it's because it's got two different lines to go to. I wonder if it'd be possible to ship some of this line elsewhere. How much power do we have to work with? We got a little bit. We can do... like maybe something like this. We'll do a single splitter here. Pan, which thankfully we can. Missing iron rods. Let's just grab all those. What I'm gonna do actually, I'm gonna come out from here. Elevator it down. Bring the iron into here. And then we split it one more time at the bottom here. This. These both make rods, which I'll just have them start their thing just right now, because who's gonna stop me? The grid maybe, but we don't talk about that. Send these out. Boom. Them into these. We're going to then set up one more constructor back here. This is going to make screws. There's the power line. There it is. And out here. Set up a storage container, like right here. That. And we set up a assembler right there. And let's make our rotors, which will take 15 megawatts. How many megawatts do we have left? We have just enough. So let's hook that up. And we'll hook this up. We'll then put one more storage container at the very end here. Set that up. Hook this up. Hell yeah. Nice. Their supplies aren't the steadiest. However, it's good enough for our purposes currently. What does this need? Like 20 a minute? And 100? So we go over here. It's producing 15 a minute. And this is producing 40 a minute. Yet not the most efficient device here, however, for our purposes, for what we are doing, will be enough. I'll just stuff it full of some shit right there. Okay. Back to the situation at hand. I'm going to be trying to upscale the power grid a bit more. Just gonna be its own endeavor. One that will not be easy. Alright. We can set up probably like 2 more of them, and then one of these. Should be fine. So, I'm gonna go get some reinforced plates real quick. And this is still going fine, which you'll love to see. Healthily sustained. If I wanted to, I could drag screws from like this line over, which could be a consideration for the future. But for now, just need to make sure I have everything I need. I could do with a few more copper sheets, actually. And I wonder... Okay, I have an idea. What we're gonna do... We're shutting down the biofuel line for a moment. Giving ourselves some power back in the grid. Lowering our max consumption a bit. Maybe this should stay on just in case. Not. I'm going to take a lot of limestone. Safe to say that's getting fed. I'm gonna take a good bit of concrete. And I'm gonna get some iron plates as well, which I can get from right here. Okay. Rods I might need a couple more of. And I will grab just... No, I don't need cables. Alright. Off we go. Actually, I am going to... One more thing, and that is make a few more portable miners. Just in case. So there's a chance that this might push the grid just slightly. Which honestly might just be something we have to deal with. That's why I'm leaving like the main biofuel stuff on. Because we do have a little bit extra to work with if we burn some of the biofuel. We're not completely self-sufficient on coal. I'll grab a few more copper sheets, I forgot about that, but... I'm going to try and make a larger, say, plant for the equipment. God, these copper lines are so nice. This is being split so many ways, and yet still not a shortage in sight. God, apologies. put this on. Because we got this last time. Now, if anyone wants to try and mess with us, wow, we got another thing coming. Looks like someone's trying to mess with us. I'm running. Okay. Assessing the situation here, we have a number of pumps here that could be activated. Which I have not yet. These are being supplied nicely, as well as the one back there. So, what I'm gonna do, I might try and build above a bit, which is gonna be tough, but it'll be worth it. Actually, should I? This place is admittedly a bit rough for construction because of those things. There's coal back there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do construction over this way. Awesome. So, let us place some foundations down. Oh my god. Anyhow. Get these foundations down for our sake. Probably not the best place to be setting this kind of operation up, but eh. Start clearing out this land. So it's nice and open for us to pollute. That'll do for now. Let's set up more platforms. Okay. Now let's set up a couple generators. We're gonna do probably like boom, boom, this is going to come over. Do I have some buffers? No, I don't. Let's do like this and this just to save myself time. I'm gonna get it over. These have a bit of lift, so we don't have to worry too much about that. And not place that. I know not why it aims down. We're just gonna do that. No being fancy. Set up connectors. Okay. Let's figure out the coal situation. We probably should also get this powered. So let's quickly bring the power cable over. I'd at least power that. Check the grid. And we are pushing our max consumption. I think what we can do is we can bring this conveyor over. Up through here, which does admittedly look a bit cursed. Just gonna walk around here real quick. Okay. We'll then do boom, boom, and boom, boom. Pipelines, boom, and boom, boom, and boom. Let's grab a bit of coal out of this, and mine. Let's drop off. What's the sulfur? This bacon. This stuff is being brought out to these machines. I'll just do that, and this, there we go. Let them fill up a bit with a backlog. We'll hook these two up. There we go. Biofuel's not burning anymore, which is good. Also got a little bit more room to play with. I want to set up... Can I set up one more generator? Oh, me? No, I can't. That's fine, though. We can just run on over this direction. You have any idea how fast I really am? Build this out a bit more for my own sake. Okay. Back at the factory, we need to grab more reinforced plates. How's our rotor production going? Machine's probably been stalling a lot. And this is the wood, yes. Put all that there. Put all this here. I don't think we burn that much biofuel, honestly. No, we're fine still. We're still fine. Okay, so I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna see if I can get one more water extractor down over there, so that we can get more generators hooked up. If I can, that'd be amazing. Because then I could put 2 more generators down, and we will be all set, basically. This is a little bit too fast, but ah shit, god damn it. Man. Hurry up! Okay, hop on over here. Oh yeah, we can set up like another one right here. Production, water extractor. I'm gonna have it face this way just to make my life easier. Okay. Have that start getting powered. We're going to set up coal on the other side here. There you go. We then pipes over. Hope to God we don't get trapped inside. Up. Coal. This over here. This over to here. There's a chance we'll need to get a bit more coal production. Possibly. But, right now does not seem like that moment. I'm going to... That's functioning right now, which is good. I'm going to put a junction here. Connect this here. Awesome. And then we're going to bring this line up to here. Sick. Drop all that there. Let's get these oh, crap. Let's try and make this a Mark II conveyor so it splits out faster. I do not have enough reinforced plate. We can do... make some screws here. We've got the stuff for it. I don't think we need that many more. This should theoretically just be fine. So this line's all good, it seems. It's being exported out of here pretty quick. I'll set up one more miner Mark I here, because I don't want a risk of a failure of coal being shipped out. So we'll set up a just Mark II conveyor here. Using the last of the plates, set up a merger Probably just like here. Set you up to there. Really make sure we've got coal. Probably not the best way to set this up, however, it works. Some of these machines are going to be filling up, so that one's going to take a minute, as it turns out. However, that should be fine. Probably be fine. I hope it'll be fine. Let's hook these up. And our power, theoretically, will be set. Awesome. Checking the grid. Look at that. Alright. Let's head back to the main factory. That'll hopefully give us the time we need to get a lot of this stuff hooked up and set up. All my momentum gone. What a cruel world. Alright. So, now that we have a better plant set up, what do we do with it? Well, automation. What kind of automation? I'm glad you asked. One of the things we need to do is, you know, work on the fucking space elevator. That said, we also need to do things for the milestones. We're gonna get vehicular transport, then we're gonna work on the cargo. Not the cargo. The steel production. Steel production is gonna be another big milestone for us. We are, however, going to need modular frames, and quite a lot of them in the future, but for that we need more, just more. We just keep needing more. So what we'll do, this is also making screws. I'm going to put up another assembler. Right there. Which will also make our reduction. Clipping into that, but eh. Okay. This is going to make more reinforced iron plates, which is going to be a big need for us. And we're also going to do a little bit of this. That looks quite good to me. We will hook this up with a new tower. Double check the grid. Grid's running fine. This will get its iron plates. I'll just give it a little bit of a boost here. Alright. More reinforced iron plate production, which is a necessity for us. As for our other products, we do need rotors and modular frames. Modular frames are going to need iron rods, and rotors are going to need iron rods and screws. So, we do have rotors being made. We do not have modular frames being made. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up one more assembler. It's going to be right here. Boom. This is making iron rods. These will go into here. We're gonna... We could do... actually, don't go too much in there. We could consider bolted frames, actually. We'd have to set up another line for screws, though, because we're already using so many. Would we do that? I believe we could. Let's... over here. We can set up another constructor. Can I squeeze it in here? No, I can't. Okay. That's fine. We can just do it, like, right here or something. We might actually just do this. And I'll set up, like, another line for, the stuff. So there'll be screws being made there. And probably for this line here, I will set up an assembler. Move it out a little bit. The reinforced frames from this will go into here. We will make bolted frames, because that'll make 2 per. Screws from this will be moved out and stored into around here. I do like... No. Alright. Let's start hooking this up then. Need another power line. Where's a good one? That one's maxed out, that one's maxed out. That one's not maxed out. Bring that over to here. Connect this to you. Also bring you out. Actually, no, we have one over here. And we can use. Which we will. And I don't know if I have any spare screws around. do. So, I'm gonna run over here and I'm gonna put a few extra in. Set up one more storage container. Boom. Okay. Awesome. Very, very cool. All that is set up. We have some assemblers going. We got a lot of reinforced plates being made. We don't have a lot of rotors being made, and we don't have a lot of modular frames being made. That said, theoretically it should be fine. Nothing's really, like, sorted too well. But we do still know where everything is, so not really any concern. A brief moment. Okay. Let us try and... We're gonna need another line for iron rods again, which I really do keep doing this to myself. Let's... Where am I gonna... Where the fuck? Alright. We can do... We can do another machine like here. Set up splitter here. Going into this. Set up iron rods, which will go into a storage container just right here. There we go. Do I have a power line to hook this up to? I do. Just that. Okay. The grid is looking good. Hell yeah. Nice. Okay. So, all of that said and done. What is the next step for us? Well, that's an outstanding question. I think that what we should do next... Can't really do much with sulfur, can't really do much with that. Let's try and get the side objectives going a bit more. I think all of our screws are being used up right now, aren't they? Yeah, they are. I'll take a handful here. Yeah, they're all being chewed up. This for over here. Got a nice amount of modular frames. Let's run on over to the hub and let's make ourselves some of this stuff by hand. Probably should focus on the rotors, honestly, since those are going to be taking the longest to make. all I can make. Something I should do, probably. Something I might do. I might set up a smart plate line that'll just connect to the space elevator, and over time it'll just slowly fill it up with stuff. Probably not too bad of an idea. I'd have to take from one of the lines, though, which is the problem. Some of the rotors I can get from there. That over here. These are still being made. They take a lot of screws. Like a lot of screws. One. One rotor. I'll grab a handful of these and double check and see if there's anywhere that screws aren't fully being used. Probably this right here, honestly. And let's make the last 9 rotors we need. Done. Click on this, boom and boom. Send it.
Milestone reached. Tractors permit pioneers to move around the world in a manner similar to using legs, except with wheels and the rampant consumption of natural resources. They can also be automated to self-drive and deliver resources between truck stations, which in turn facilitate automation of loading, unloading, and refueling.
Awesome. We are going to get basic steel production next. As for how we're gonna set that up, don't ask me. I think we do have like another coal area like over that way somewhere. Yeah, like over there. So I might create a new marker. Steel coal. Thumbs up. Try that infinite. Alright. Alright. Next up on the docket. Just gonna double check one more time because never be too careful. Alright, it's holding, it's holding. So once we get the steel production, we'll have to start producing steel, and a lot of it. This will get us the versatile frameworks we need. And it'll also allow us to get access to the tier 4 stuff. I'm personally looking at, what is it? Logistics Mark III. as well as the expanded power infrastructure. However, to get the expanded power infrastructure, we need the advanced steel production, which we need anyway for the automated wiring. So we're going to have a lot of stuff to do. All right. So, how do we want to go about this? These are using as much as they're producing, unfortunately. Also going out into here, which are making... They're just making more rods. I forgot about these. We could make more reinforced plates then, I guess. Have to figure out how to hook that up. There I can make like another rotor production. I have to think about this. What I will do though is I'll upgrade. It's already a lift Mark II. Conveyor Mark II, Conveyor Mark II. I'll make that a Conveyor Mark II. So that these machines don't ever stall. Okay. Let's also run over here. Let's deposit what we can to this black hole of a machine. Okay. We're gonna need a lot more rotors and a lot more modular frames. Modular frames are gonna be making on their own. I wonder if it'd be worth it to make one of these iron rod productions go over and make more screws for, honestly, probably the rotors. Let's try that. Let's add a merger here. We cannot. It's fine. We can add like a merger here then. What we will do, we will make probably this line here, honestly. It's already set up. We'll have it go over to side here. We'll set up a constructor over here. Right here. Have this go on down into it. Curve it on in. You'll make screws. Set up good old friend storage container. My beloved. Any power lines we can siphon from, like a damn leech? This one over here. Hook you up to that. Get you making stuff. Of which we will funnel into here. Not like that, though. Straight. There we go. Pretty damn good, pretty damn good. Alright. That is another line of stuff that will be going in a bit steadier. The production's still gonna be kind of an issue because these eat a lot of screws. That said, it should be a bit nicer now. There'll be fewer delays in theory. Maybe if need be, we can find a slug, put it in there. Maybe, but I think it's working just fine for now. How many is this making a minute? 15. Interesting. I guess it's been getting helped out because of the screws not really getting here. 46% efficiency, that's tough. Yeah, screws do take a minute to make. Not much we can do on that front exactly. Check the grid every now and then, make sure the coal generators aren't failing, which they aren't. These are being made fine. These could be better. We might... There might be some validity to add like another injection onto this line. Somehow. To figure out how. Probably just take one of the spare lines over here. Take like this. Hilariously, I'm gonna need more iron rods. Is this even like a good way of going about this? Probably not, actually. I don't know what I disconnected. I hope it wasn't important. If we're trying to get it over there, I like a quicker angle of operations would be like something like this. And just carry it over from here. And then we will do this. Set up a constructor here. Hope this can go down. Can. So this will have iron rods coming over. Make more screws. The screws will... Can we make them merge on this line? Can, thank God. Okay. Awesome. Another injection onto this line, directly on the line, so we don't have to, Wait. Why wasn't it going in? Shit. That's tough. Okay. So what we'll have to do then, we'll have to add a merger over here somewhere then. We'll put a humble storage container right here. It's gonna be phasing through that, but it's fine. It's okay. Slight impurity of the factory. Oh no. Oh no, chat. Oh god. What are we gonna do? These should be being made quite nicely. Already got a nice amount here. There's a little break because of how the production was going. If we wanted to, we could even do a little something like this. Alright. A lot of stuff being built now. A lot of it's just screws. Slight design decision in here, but that's ignorable. Let's grab some stuff from here. Where is our rotor production again? I want to check on that. I want to see how many rotors we have for the steel. Still having a problem just getting the screws, which, damn. We could do probably just like this then to help it out. Alright. All the stuff is being produced. Yeah, it's a steadier supply of screws now. It's making 40 a minute. So is this. It's not meeting optimal requirements, however, it's still pretty nice. It's still a good amount. It's steadier. Okay, this is gonna be slowing down a bit again because of, screws are now buffered out. Might be worthwhile to look for more crash sites to find more hard drives so that we can get more alternate recipes. If there is one to make more screws, that would be very appreciated. I am going to do a quick save here because I'm pretty sure last time the game did crash. So we'll just do that. Let's work on making ourselves a Xeno Basher. Just need one more of these. We unequipped the one we have. Xeno Basher. Boom. Wrong button. This thing. Alright. Got some better weapons. Better equipment. Papa John's. So, we're basically just waiting on the production cycles to get us what we need. Once they do, we will be eating good. I assume this means she's stalling because... yeah, no screws. Got no screws. Try as we go on. Got no screws, not a single screw. I don't really have a spare screw production. Kind of using all we're making right now. Which is tough. Admittedly, quite tough. Just take all of that, I don't even care. We're not using any of the stuff in there anyway. I'm going to make myself more screws by hand. Make more of the rotors we need. Today is Wednesday, I'm pretty sure. Alright. Let's work on these now. Alright, let's check on our various production lines. Still getting kind of stretched. Not a good thing that it is, actually. Where's that line coming from? It's coming from this. Okay. Let's make this Sig Mark II then. Supply it a little bit faster. That is our humble bottleneck there. That'll hopefully help it out a bit more. Looks like it is. Because we're getting more iron ingots out now. We're also producing quite a bit. We're using as much as we're getting. Still stalling out. Okay, we got the frames we need here. Let's run over here and let's grab the stuff here. Put the modular frames in. Boom. Okay, now we need last bit. All right. We're just doing this to speed up the steel, since we can't really do that as it stands right now. Eventually, we'll need to scale the factory even harder. Admittedly, will be tough, since we're already running out of space down here. We're gonna have to add that second floor soon, so that we can have more room to work. Where are the rotors? They're right here. Okay. You know what? Just so we can get a little bit of progress going on it. Since this isn't doing anything for us right now, set up an awesome sink here, connected to this. We still have quite a few production lines that are just freely making stuff for us. Those iron plates. And in abundance. So it'll be all good. And I'm gonna go back near the hub and set up an awesome shop. Because there'll be stuff in that that we'll probably be using in the future. Quite possibly. So let's set that up probably just like right here. Never fucking mind. Of course it needs fucking screws. What doesn't need fucking screws? Everything needs screws. Alright. Okay. That's made. Let's set up the awesome shop. Set that up. Righty. So, we can get a few things around here. There's some specials. We have some management things we can get. Like these conveyor mounts and holes. Outlets, which would be pretty alright. More pipeline stuff. Things for organization. Customizing things. Different foundations, walls, ladders. Coffee cup. We could even buy parts if we're that desperate, but this is less worth it than the other stuff. Yeah, this will break down whatever it gets. Since we're just feeding it regular ass iron plates, it's not gonna go too fast. But that's fine. In the future, if we desperately need to, like, get rid of stuff we have too much of an excess of, because sometimes I can't fuck with production, we can just hook one of those up if we have no other use for the stuff there. I'm just hooking that up right now because we're not using those iron plates, and because we already have a lot of iron plates that are being made currently. That is the rationale. Let's make our way over to the rotors again. Just barely not enough. Hate to see it. It's fine, we can make like the last 6 on our own. Just make a bunch of these just so I know I have enough. Exactly 6. Would you look at that? That is the rotors. Ship it.
Milestone reached. Coal and iron can be combined in the foundry to start steel production. Project part number 2, the versatile framework, can only be created via automation, not at a crafting bench. Delivering these to the space elevator is essential if we are going to complete phase 2 of project assembly and save the day. Fix It and humanity is relying on you.
Let's get Logistics Mark II, and let's make our way over to the... Oh yeah, we're gonna need a foundry, which needs more rotors and more modular frames. Okay. Do we have any modular frames? Oh, they've been cooking along. Oh, we got a couple. It's just rotors slowing us down as fucking usual. All this fucking work I've done, it's still not enough. Alright. We'll make a few more rotors, and then we will get the lay of the land over at the other coal plant, because we do need to begin production of steel. If there's iron over there, actually I could just check with this, couldn't I? There's still some iron veins we're not using around here, but there's coal over here. Shit. Okay. So what we might end up doing then... I might ferry the coal back here. Let's run over and get the lay of the land. Is this... It's another iron vein, but we can't make use of it. We could make use of this one, though. Okay. Back up a bit. We got another crash site here. Ain't that something? you, dog. Heard you like cover shooters. Okay. Some rubber. Interesting. Yeah, we could pull that. Grab us another hard drive. That is very nice for us. East industrial beams, very cool. Steel beams. Okay. I should probably actually be bringing a power line over, shouldn't I? Let's do that before I get too far away. We'll drag... We'll place one like right here just in case we need it later. We'll drag this one here because it's out of the way, kind of. Pop this on up to here. I'll bring you up to here just for my own sake. Quite a distance away, isn't it?
The astrobiologist Dr. D.M. Mercer was the first to recognize the presence and probable nature of these alien artifacts. These chain-melted state spheres are named in his honor. Each sphere emits a unique signal. Research it in the MAM to establish locally appropriate classification and application.
Fuck out of here. Alright. We don't need any wood. Just sort that. Clean the inventory at least a little bit. We're probably gonna have to go up. Okay. Almost there then. Guy's a bit tanky. Here we go. Alright. The coal. Let's get moving this back to base. We're gonna need to bring power line up, though. Unfortunately. But that should be okay. Probably. Where's that power line? Be very rough if I lost it. There it is. Let's get bringing this up. Power the coal, which theoretically will mean we don't have to come back here. Fun fact, there are engineers currently doing exactly this right now as we speak. Going out to different planets and industrializing the fuck out of them. It's great. What's going on over there, actually? There's probably a slug in here that I can't get. Because I don't got bomb. We got no bombs. Try as you want, we got no bombs. No bombs. Yeah, we're just gonna use Mark 1s for this. If we need to, we can come back and make them better, but we're already dragging this along. Long way. Let's keep moving. Okay. Almost back home. Home sweet home. Alright. So, as for humble production of steel, let's set up an area for that. The downside we're going to have is we're working with a normal mine that's literally in a different area code. So we're going to have to take that into account. Clear out a bit of this land, and let's build a bit. We can do like something like this, and then drag it over. Get ourselves a nice bit of groundwork to work with. Smaller ramp here. Okay. We'll break this up. I think this is bringing coal over. Again, it's gonna take a minute. Different area code and whatnot. Alright, let's set up a... We can set up a few boundaries if we wanted to. We could put like one here. We could do like another one next to it once I get more stuff, because I never have anything in this godforsaken house. Turn off auto pickup. Surely we've made a lot more stuff while I was gone. It's actually quite a bit. There's probably more bolted frames over here. Yep. Let's head over here and... let's research the Mercer Sphere real quick, just to clear ourselves some inventory space.
Mercer Sphere analysis completed. Established local planetary signature of massage 2, AB, B, in the local Mercer Sphere signals, allowing them to be tracked by the object scanner. Mercer spheres can also transmit data between specific...
Witness our scripture, witness our windows. Have you come to defile our shrine? Sing us a song.
arguing the existence of intelligent alien life. While Fixit has figured out the method, all of the original data is still untranslatable.
Interesting. Let's set up the other foundry just right next to it. So this will then be brought right into... set it straight. No, we won't. We need more iron plate. They're being made over here. which we can thankfully grab just fine. Put them to work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something like this. We'll then go into that. No, we're not actually. We gotta get ourselves a storage container first. Man. There we go. Then we'll do this. We'll put a splitter up. Both of these will make steel. Let's hook this up. Yeah, grid's still being fine. Any coal coming in? Nope. How long down the pipeline is it? Oh, there it is. Now, here it comes. Yeah, like I said, it's gonna take a minute. So we're gonna need to do a conveyor belt from here. Okay. It's gonna look a little bit. It's a merger. That's a merger. We need a splitter here. Yeah, it's gonna look a little rough here. And it'll be fine. These will both make steel, which we need. Let's bring this power line over. Connect it on, no fucking there. Hook both these up. They'll make the steel. I think we need constructors for the next part. Oh. What we need for the next part is storage containers. Then I think we need constructors. Yep. So steel beams and steel pipes. of which will then, you guessed it. Okay. Bring this down here. Move you in there, move you in there. Alright. Not the most efficient way to do this, but we have it going now. And so you two make pipe. But yeah. Yeah, not the most efficient way to do this, but that'll do, donkey, that'll do. Yeah, it'd be nice if we weren't hauling things from their fucking netcode, but what can you do? Alright. It's pretty damn good. Got some of our first bits of steel production going. These are not... because they're not connected. Manager. You fucking idiot. Okay. And that will make on its own. Let us head on over to here. We'll get ourselves some more reinforced iron plate. Sick. And I think for today we are going to call it. We got a lot done. We added a lot more lines. We also got steel production going, and we got the generators bumped up a decent bit. Will they last us for the rest of the game? I got no fucking clue. Or, rest of the game. No, they fucking won't. Will they last us for the rest of Phase 2? I got no idea. But what I do know is that is all the time I have for today. So, don't know what we're going to do tomorrow, but I do know we're going to do it. And as always, I'm a manager. You've been amazing to have. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I will see you guys next time. Sayonara, everyone.